Hey YouTube, this is the channel Life of Pops. I'm AJ. Today we're going to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast. This is going to be a spoiler movie review, and I do have a live audience, so if you hear any background noise or anything, that's, you know, the reason I'm a pop, and the channel is called Life of Pops. It's the kids and the family. So this is going to be very, very spoiler filled because there really isn't any other way to talk about this movie without going into spoilers, because it's not a bad movie, but it's just a lot of stuff that could have been, that should have been, that wasn't. And see, live audience. And I have a bunch of notes we're gonna go through, not in order, just kind of notes to things that I have a problem with, or liked, or thought should have been in and wasn't. So let's just start. My first thing is, from the Bumblebee movie, the opening scene, you would think this movie would continue from that, and it kind of doesn't. At least as far as the G1 character designs and everything, it kind of strays away from it a little bit. They almost look like Michael Bay's Transformers in a way, especially Scourge. He looks kind of like a Scourge reminded me of Lockdown from Transformers 4, I believe. He looked a lot like, he reminded me just like exactly of him. And he kind of, in a way, did everything he did. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, they're like the same person as far as the movie goes. Anyway, they didn't really continue from it. They just kind of brought Bumblebee over and then went with a kind of a different storyline. I don't know. The movie's not bad. If we rated it, let's rate it right now. So for my rating for this is 6 out of 10. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't amazing. I'm guessing that seeing the masterpiece of Across the Spider-Verse, I had high expectations for everything after all these summer movies, and that just didn't meet the masterpiece of Spider-Man. So I don't know. I just thought the G1 just the G1 look and feel was going to be more in this movie, and it wasn't really. Which, like, all right, let's just get to the next question, or next thing I have. So, because it kind of goes hand in hand. So they didn't have Starscream in it. They didn't have Megatron, or they didn't have him turn into Galvatron. They didn't even have Cyclonus, and they have Scourge. So it just kind of like, it's just the G1 aspect of it wasn't really there. They just kind of used a few, like Optimus, maybe RC. Really were the only G1s. I mean, it really wasn't. It wasn't really G1. Like, it was really more Michael Bay, but it was still a good movie. It just wasn't, you know, just G1. It's hard to not say G1 in this, because it's really why we came to see the movie, because we wanted to see them in G1, and it was more Michael Bay than G1. Wheeljack's design, since we're on this G1 topic, his voice was fine. I didn't mind it. But his design, I was not feeling that. It was bad. To me, I didn't like it. Like Starscream, as I just kind of brushed over, but I don't know why he wasn't, like, from the Bumblebee movie, you saw everybody. You saw Soundwave, you saw Shockwave, Starscream, like Thundercat, like everybody was there, and they just don't have them in this movie for some reason, and it boggles my mind. Another thing, which in one of my past reviews or podcasts, I was saying I was hoping that Grimlock would be in it, the Dinobots, and nope, they weren't. The Insecticons, they weren't. Like, Kickback would have been tight to see, you know, Grimlock would have been amazing. I was hoping, like, there's a part in here where there's a volcano type thing, and I was hoping the Dinobots were gonna, like, come out of that somehow and, like, help or something. That's just me. I didn't like, so this is very spoiler filled, as I said, and you know, one of the main things of Transformers is, you know, our favorite characters like Optimus and Bumblebee and everything, and for Bumblebee to be dead basically the whole movie, it just was like, I didn't like that because you want to see Bumblebee. He has like the personality and everything, and I know they wanted to push Mirage kind of to the front, but it's Bumblebee. Why would you kill him for the whole movie? And he had a cool comeback, but still, you just can't kill Bumblebee for the whole movie. But what else is there? I guess the best two characters, I did like Mirage. I thought Pete Davidson did a really good job as Mirage. I actually couldn't almost tell that it was him. But my favorite people in the movie are the main, just the main people in the movie is Optimus, Prime, and Primal. They're like hand in hand. They're both top tier. Optimus has always been one of my favorites, but Primal was pretty dope. He kind of was like, he was really tight, and to see him like a gorilla robot, that was really dope. Can't lie. Now this is something I really had a problem with. I don't recall the name of the plane or jet that transformer that came and they flew in, but my problem with that is that there's two people that they really should have been that person. My first one is, I know Jetfire is smaller, but Jetfire, like, he could have at least been there somehow. That would have been tight to see. But the main one that I've been wanting for a long time, and personally one of my favorite Transformers, is Skylinks. And I don't know why, because he would have been perfect for this movie. I don't know why Skylinks wasn't that person. It boggles my mind again. And I'm like, bro, we need Skylinks in this movie. Or in a Transformers movie. We got the Dinobots and everything, why don't we have Skylinks? So, that upsets me a little bit. The humans, they weren't bad. The main guy, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I can't remember. The older brother, he really reminds me of Terrence Howard for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. But he was a good actor. The girl, she was cool. The little brother was cool. We could have did without the humans. I know everybody says this, that we just need a straight robot to robot, but they always want to put humans in it to have like some kind of human connection, and we don't need the humans. We don't even connect with each other in real life, you know what I'm saying? So we can just really just get like robot to robot. But the humans were good. They weren't bad. Great acting. So can't really complain too much. We're kind of jumping around. It's not really an end credit. It's just the end of the movie. It continues after you know it's over. And they connect it with G.I. Joe. And I think it's too soon for that. And I know they have it in the comics and everything, but it's too soon. And G.I. Joe as a franchise, they're kind of lost in it. Like their movies are kind of, different. They don't really know what they're doing with their movies exactly. Snake Eyes, that movie wasn't as good as it should have been. And to try to now bring Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover just doesn't work for me. At least not yet. Especially with the Dinobots not being there, and like Soundwave, Shockwave, not even in the movie or mentioned, or Megatron, like Starscream. Come on, like something. That should have been an end scene, was like maybe Starscream getting the crown, like just something. But it's not working. There is a part at the end where another guy dies, and Mirage, he ends up getting killed somewhat. He kind of like gets shot up and he's like dead but not dead, and he gives his body, he kind of transforms into an exosuit for the human guy, which for some reason I can't remember his name whatsoever, and I just saw this last night, but I can't remember his name at all. I thought that was kind of weak. I can't lie, I did not like the suit. I mean, it was okay, but it was just kind of weak. He should have just at least gave his armor to Optimus or something and just made him like a super strong Optimus or something. But yeah, it just kind of had Pacific Rim vibes, and I didn't like that. What else? The war at the end, it was pretty cool. It was crazy because there was a lot of the I forgot what they're called, whatever Scourge's people are called, because they're not Decepticons yet. They are something else, forgot. But there was a lot of them, and it was only like 7, 8 of the Autobots. It was just Autobots in general. It was only like 8 of them, and it was like a bunch of, we're gonna call them Decepticons because I don't remember their name. So it was like a bunch of Decepticons, and I was hoping the Dinobots would come in at that point and like help out and be there, or at least some more of the Transformers, you know, like Ironhide or Sideswipe, or you know, just somebody in G1 form would just pop up and help out. But no. But the fight was dope. I thought it was a little, wasn't as many people Autobot wise as I thought it would be helping. So, I mean, this movie overall, I would say, like I said, 6 out of 10. Good movie. Not great. G1 kind of a letdown, unfortunately. Hopefully, the next movie, they hear us all and they make it actual G1 and not go into G.I. Joe yet, because we need G1 characters first. And you know, they need to do a little better, a little more fan consideration, and just kind of understand what we want, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my review. If you liked it, like, share, subscribe, you know, let me know what you think in the comments, because although it wasn't a bad movie, it definitely could have been better. It would have to be, I still personally like Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon, the best out of all Transformers. Bumblebee's opening scene is also the top Transformers scene, live action they ever had. But yeah, they do need to do a little better. So, like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for the podcast coming up. And thanks for watching. Peace.